Sputnik V receives emergency use authorization in India after Covishield and Covaxin. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal holds a review meeting to mitigate second COVID-19 wave. Sushil Chandra takes charge as new Chief Election Commissioner of India. GHADC polls held on Monday in 5 districts record 60% voter turnout. And in cricket, 5-time IPL champions Mumbai Indians to clash with 2-time victors Kolkata Knight Riders this evening. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Hansraj, and now the stories in detail. The Central Drug Regulator DCGA has approved emergency use authorization of the Russian vaccine Sputnik V. It has now become the third vaccine to get emergency use authorization from the drug regulator after Covishield and Covaxin. This was informed by the Russian Direct Investment Fund RDIF, which is a sovereign fund body established by the Russian government and is engaged with the work of worldwide supply of the Sputnik V vaccine. The vaccine was developed by Gamaleya National Research Institute of Epidemiology and Microbiology last year in Russia. Meanwhile, the vaccine has displayed robust results in its clinical trials in the country. RDIF has claimed an effectiveness of 91.6% for the Sputnik V vaccine. Union Health Minister Harsh Vardhan said that the decision will augment the vaccine basket in the country and hasten its use.
ड्रग कंट्रोलर की उन्होंने अपनी औपचारिक स्वीकृति दी है। नेगवैक ने भी उसके संदर्भ में अपनी तैयारी जो है अपना ओपिनियन दिया है। अब हमें लगता है कि उसको इमरजेंसी यूज ऑथराइजेशन की औपचारिक स्वीकृति मिलना ये एक शायद फॉर्मेलिटी जैसा ही बचा है।
No meals will be provided in domestic flights with a duration of less than 2 hours in view of new strain of COVID-19. The airlines may serve pre-packed snacks and meals where the flight duration is 2 hours and more. The Civil Aviation Ministry has reviewed serving meals on board flights and issued fresh guidelines in this regard. The service of in-flight meals will be staggered among the adjacent seats as far as possible. The airlines have already been directed to serve tea, coffee and alcoholic beverages in disposable cans, bottles and glasses. Keeping in mind the rise in COVID-19 active cases in the state, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal today reviewed the preparations and took stock of the second COVID-19 wave with DCs, health officials and other stakeholders via video conference. He stressed on focusing on extensive testing and creation of micro-containment zones to combat this second wave. Directions to the DCs to expedite vaccination process, ramp up medical infra and create massive awareness among the masses has been sent out. Meanwhile, he also mentioned that the Assam model of management has borne fruit due to collective effort of the people, frontline workers and administration. Sushil Chandra, the senior-most election commissioner, today assumes charges as Chief Election Commissioner of India. He will succeed Sunil Arora, who demitted office today. President Ramnath Kovind carried out the appointment. Before his appointment to the Election Commission, he was the chairman of the Central Board of Direct Taxes, CBDT. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted the nation on the occasion of Baisakhi, Chaitra Sukladi, Ugadi, Guri Parva, Cheti Chand, Vaishakhi, Navreh and Sajibu Cherova being celebrated by citizens across the country. He also extended his greetings on the beginning of the new Samvat year 2078 and wished for happiness and joy in everyone's life. Modi said over the next few days, people across India are going to be marking various festivals, and this showcases India's diversity and the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shreshth Bharat. Now it's time for us to take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
अरे वाह, लेजेंड की बैट। इससे तो मैं खेलूंगा। फ्यूचर बैटिंग लेजेंड है।
इसमें जिसका नाम लिखा है बैट उसी को मिलेगी।
अरे यार,
देखा, अगर इस पे मेरा नाम नहीं लिखा होता तो कितनी दिक्कत हो जाती। इसलिए आरबीआई कहता है बैंक अकाउंट हो या बैंक लॉकर, उसमें नॉमिनी का नाम जरूर दर्ज करें ताकि आपकी जमा पूंजी उसी को मिले जिसे आपने नामित किया है। आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. In Meghalaya, the polling for GHADC was held on the 12th of April in 5 districts. The poll elected 29 out of the 30 members of MDCs. The total number of candidates contesting the GHADC elections was 182, which included 174 males and 8 female candidates, and over 60% voter turnout was witnessed till 4 p.m. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma also cast his vote. He further mentioned that there was no apprehension among the people and voters came out in large numbers to vote.
This stable council becomes financially independent, and the overall management of the finances.
Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio today inaugurated the RCC T-beam bridge over Riva Dhansiri, Dimapur. While addressing the inaugural program, Rio congratulated the department, the engineering wing and the contractor for successful completion of the project and reminded them to be mindful that delays in work projects, especially road connectivity in a commercial and busy hub like Dimapur, creates immense difficulties and harassment to its citizens. He urged everyone concerned to be dedicated and transparent while executing projects for proper completion within time. Meanwhile, he urged the citizens of Dimapur to fully utilize the bridge while assisting the administration and police for the smooth functioning and maintenance of the bridge.
And enhance to 13 crore 74 lakhs, which is about 3.98 enhancement. I congratulate the department, the engineering wing, and the contractor for completion. While congratulating the department, contractors, and particularly engineering, we should be mindful that important project of road connectivity, without bridge you cannot function, you cannot cross. And
in cricket, 5-time IPL champions Mumbai Indians will clash with 2-time victors Kolkata Knight Riders in Chennai's M.A. Chidambaram Stadium this evening. Mumbai Indians lost their opening match to Royal Challengers Bengaluru, while Kolkata Knight Riders beat the Sunrisers at the same venue. It will be the 28th T20 meeting between Kolkata Knight Riders and Mumbai Indians. In their last 12 meetings, Mumbai has beaten Kolkata on 11 instances. With special focus on the 5-point principle of test, track, treat, isolate and vaccinate. The total cumulative COVID-19 testing reported by the Indian Council of Medical Research has surpassed a figure of 25 crore 92 lakh. As per reports of Health Ministry, the COVID-19 recovery rate in the country recorded a further downward slip to 89.51%, with around 97,000 patients recovering in the last 24 hours. With that, a total of over 1 crore 22 lakh people have recovered in the country. Presently, the number of active cases in the country stands at 12,64,698, with 1,61,736 new cases being reported in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, 879 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative death toll to over 1,71,000 in the country. In the COVID scenario from the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 41 active cases, while discharged cases were logged at 16,791. The tally for the dead is 56. Assam is saddled with 2,387 active cases, while the cured cases logged at 2,16,041. The dead accounted for 1,118. Reporting 103 active cases, Manipur records 29,035 cured cases, while the dead tallied at 376. Meghalaya reports 193 active cases, caseload of 13,956 cured cases. The dead account for 151. With a caseload of 175 active cases, Mizoram logged 4,468 discharged cases, while the death toll is 12. Nagaland reports 167 active cases with 12,156 released cases. The death tallied at 93. Sikkim has a caseload of 161 active cases, 6,113 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 136. In Tripura, active cases have topped at 298, while discharged cases logged at 33,113. The dead account for 394. The holy month of Ramzan will begin from the 14th of April. The announcement was made by the Central Hilal Committee today at Guwahati. The month-long fasting and prayers shall begin after the Tarawih Namaz offered this evening. The market at Fancy Bazaar, Guwahati has been stocked with fruits and sewaiya in preparation to the upcoming month-long fasting.
बाजार तो मतलब 4-5 रोज से अच्छा ही चल रहा है, बाजार बढ़िया है और खजूर का भी बिक्री अच्छा खासा है और रोजा जो है तो कल से चालू रहेगा। हाँ, सेवई का भी सेलिंग अच्छा खासा है।
In Meghalaya, at the outset of spring and slight summer in Khasi Hills, Shat Shuk Minsem was held by the Khasi tribe, symbolizing thanksgiving to the Creator for blessings and bountiful harvests for the preceding year. While talking to Bante Singh Rumnong, chairman of Publicity Committee of Sang Khasi on the occasion, he said the Thanksgiving ritual is marked by traditional dance known as Shat Shuk Minsem. The ritual usually takes place at Madan Waking at July, therefore also known as Shad Waking as some locals call it.
This dance has been organized every year by the Sankhasi. In this ground, we have organized this dance since 1911 until this date. And the only year which we could not have this dance was last year, where due to the spread of the coronavirus and all the lockdowns. This year also, we have been able to organize this dance, and we thank the government for permitting us to hold this dance this year. But we are also following the strict protocols and strict.
And for more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. And to end the news, the main points once again. Sputnik V receives emergency use authorization in India after Covishield and Covaxin. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal holds a review meeting to mitigate second COVID-19 wave. Sushil Chandra takes charge as the new Chief Election Commissioner of India. GHADC polls held on Monday in 5 districts record 60% voter turnout. And in cricket, 5-time IPL champions Mumbai Indians to clash with 2-time victors Kolkata Knight Riders this evening. And before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.